So my days were spent really just trying to white knuckle most of my time through until the next drink, which might happen on a weekend or a weekday. And it all really came to a head when I got into my 30s. So for more than a decade, I just tried to kind of balance out that, drinking versus anxiety versus trying to function as a human being kind of balance, which obviously wasn't working. And when I got into my early 30s, when I was about 32 years old, I had lived this life of trying to make these rules for myself so that I wouldn't continue to, or so that I wouldn't think that I was an alcoholic or I had a problem, or that I could like maintain some sense of control. I would make these rules like I'm not going to drink before 5 p.m. and I'm not going to drink on the weekdays because I have to work the next day, or I'm not going to, drink when I'm around my kids. It was like I was this alcoholic gremlin that had to obey all these rules or else I'd turn into this, monster. The one rule that I would never break, because I hated these people. I never wanted to become this person because I knew I was compromising my values, was somebody who drank and drove. That was just something that was a line I would not cross, and I didn't want to cross it. But I lost control over my life to the extent that I eventually did break that rule. And it resulted in me getting into a DUI accident that, coming to in the back of a police car, not knowing what had happened and doing all these field sobriety tests. There was such an enormous sense of shame that existed in my life at that point, that I realized that the realization that came to me that I had zero control over anything, so that I was not only a danger to myself, but I was a danger to others as well. I mean, I was okay with being a danger to myself. It was just like, I'm only going to hurt myself, but
at
a
that
danger
point,
to others.
do you have a wife and kids?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think at that point, that was about a decade ago, 10 years ago, as of January 21st. And so, yeah, my kids were probably 1 year old and 4 years old or 5 years old at that time.